AI in nursing and in nursing education. What do I think about AI? Well, it's here, it's not going anywhere, it's part of the future. We have to accept technologies, and if we can integrate them, they can make us better, and if we do not, we will be left behind. I firmly believe that. That's the case with all things. I can't exist in my career as like a Amish and totally rejected. I'd be left behind. I wouldn't have a job. We have other tools like that we have to use safely. Think about things like the electronic medical record. It's not a replacement for judgment, but it helps make our care safer. It helps make communication easier. It helps highlight patient conditions that may conflict with something else we're doing. The drug dispensing machines, for us it's the Omnicell, but other places have a Pyxis. That tool helps integrate some safeguards for our care and for our patients. It's not perfect. We can work around it. It also may be wrong, but they help make our job safer and more efficient. Even the IV pumps. I spent some time training my students with the IV pumps today, and you have to understand how to use it, what its limitations are, and how to use it safely to do our job. AI is no different from that. AI can bring a lot of efficiency. It can enhance all the work we do. It can enhance our understanding of concepts in the setting of nursing education. It can also be a hazard if we don't use it responsibly. If you replace your own learning with ChatGPT, for instance, you have an assignment to write a paper and you copy the prompt into ChatGPT and ask it to make a paper and then copy that and submit it, you haven't learned anything. Alternatively, if you have an assignment and maybe there's something you don't understand very well, you might understand it at a higher level and you need to bring it down a notch for your assignment, or in the case of patient teaching, down to a layman's level for patient teaching. It can be a powerful tool. It's great at rephrasing things and reformatting in such a way that can increase understanding. One of my favorite things to do with AI is to have it break down those higher concepts into more accessible terms. I really love this prompt. Please explain whatever pathophysiology to me like I'm an 8th grader. So please explain congestive heart failure to me like I'm an 8th grader. The prompt itself is nice, and making these prompts has kind of an art to it. And that one brings it down. 8th graders are smart enough to understand things, but it brings out a lot of the complicated medical vocabulary that can get in our way and turns the concept into something that's easier to wrap your head around. So I've used it for that. I encourage my students to. It can also be a good tool to generate things. I used it in my master's. We had this big assignment that was very stressful for me for our practicum. We had to plan out our full 160 hours of practicum experience into, for 4 hours I'm going to do this, then 10 hours doing this. And that whole concept really boggled my mind. So what I did is I plugged it into the ChatGPT and had ChatGPT give me an answer. Now, when it gave me that answer, I had to change most or all of it. But instead of starting for nowhere, which was so intimidating to me that I wasn't even able to get started, I started with something that I was able to then modify and help match to what I actually needed. So that was a powerful and useful tool for me. It's also good for summarizing things. If you actually plug in an article, you can get it to make an abstract or summary or something for you. You can have it create scenarios for you. If you're a student looking for more practice questions, it can be a very good tool for that. Here, make me 10 questions on congestive heart failure at Bloom's Apply and higher levels. It can take that and create questions for you. You can have it give you the answers. You can have it withhold the answers or put them at the end, whatever you want, so that you get more of that practice. Case studies. It can make you a case study. They're not great case studies, but if it can help you wrap your head around a concept, that can be powerful. As long as you're not using it to fully generate your assignment, or to replace your learning, just to augment your learning and understanding, you're using it responsibly. There are hazards we have to know, just like with those tools I talked about earlier, the EMR and the drug dispensing machine, the Omnicell. We have to know the limitations. If we use something like ChatGPT to replace our learning, we've lost the point. We're not getting ourselves anywhere, and we need that knowledge and critical thinking to be able to do our jobs and move forward in this career. So we need to be careful about how we use it, but we need to learn how to use it safely because it's here to stay. It's not going anywhere. And if we don't learn how to use it and integrate it into our practice, we're going to be left behind. So those are my broad thoughts on AI in nursing. And again, I encourage you to visit my Sleepy Nursing channel. If you look for @SleepyNursing, that's a easy way to get to it. My first video was on AI delegation, and it's an interesting topic. You know, thinking, is it the right tool for the right task at the right time? Can I delegate this, or will I do better to do this task myself? If you consider that, we can use it very responsibly and actually get ahead in this field. So it's an interesting thing. I enjoy the cutting edge of these things, and me personally, it's satisfying to be able to integrate these technologies and find what I can gain from them. I enjoy it. And it's, in addition to being enjoyable, I think it's also essential.